Uh, showed out last week. All right, Pearson, the captain's getting ready to meet, and this game is about to get underway. But Wizards' last game saw Kyle Phelps take 13 pass attempts, 138 total yards passing, but 41 rushing attempts. So the rushing attack was still prominent last game. Do you expect that to continue?
I think so. I think that the O-line needs to get moving forward and blocking for Kyle Phelps, and there just has to be the good blocking upfield for the running game.
When you look at the other side, though, the Trojans have a much more passing attack last week in which Holmes, their quarterback, threw 26 attempts. Of course, they were playing from behind all game. So I would expect the Trojans to expect them to try to develop their run game early.
Some pressure on the quarterback also would settle down the run game and force them to stay in the pocket or leave the pocket for the passing game.
Quarterback Colby Holmes is for the Trojans, was the starter last week, and we assume him to be the starter again this week. Through 2 interceptions on 57% completion. So a lot of that playing from behind. He's looking to get back on his way. He also ran the ball 13 times. So.
Receive the ball to open up the first half.
So the Wizards won the toss there, Pearson. And they will kick off. So we are ready to get going here under the Friday night lights. The Windsor Wizards will face off against the Longmont Trojans, and we have football here. Weather is still warm, but it feels like fall again.
Pretty nice playing conditions for the players.
For sure. Very clear game. Second game of the season. Crowd is loud, and we are ready for some high school football.
Fans, it's opening night. It's high school football night. It's time to get loud. It's the Longmont Trojans. And
Helm set to kick off. The 5-star punter. And we are ready. Back to return for the Trojans is their quarterback, Colby Holmes, along with Parker Mills. Correct, that Joey Foote, the wide receiver, as the kick is underway. It will be kicked in the back of the end for a touchback off the leg of Helm. And we are ready to go in as the Wizards defense takes the field after a great performance last week, looking to replicate that performance against very similar structured offense, but this should be a great game. Really tested offense last week with Broomfield, one of the most talented teams in the state, only behind Cherry Creek in the rankings right now. As Holmes back in the pistol for the first snap of the game. Cole Gaddis, the running back behind him. As he takes the snap, he'll pitch it to Gaddis. Gaddis trying to cut back inside, will get around 4 on the pitch play. There on the stop is Brock Paquette, who was the team's leading tackler last season and continued that, as we already have an injury here on the first play. Now it looks like Robert Taylor who's down on the first play, which you really do not like to see that on the first play of the game.
A very impactful player on the D-line. This will be a big loss for Windsor if he's out for the game.
Getting looked at by the medical staff. All players on the field on the knee. That's a very bad way to start this game. You saw Cole Gaddis get that pitch right there. Very is able to walk off there, gets an ovation from the crowd, and play resumes right over again.
Second down for the Trojans.
2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Holmes goes right back into the pistol. Cole Gaddis behind him. And that's movement. Yeah, so that's going to be a false start. 5 yards back. So some early mistake by Longmont.
5-yard penalty. Longmont behind.
So 2nd and 11 now for the Trojans. Same formation as Holmes drops back to pass now. 2nd read, fires it, good ball right at the line to gain. So that'll be just short of a first down, it looks like. Good pass finds Joey Foote there, the sophomore, who was very involved in the offense week 1. Good route there, and this will be a 3rd and inches.
Like you said, beautiful pass. I think we can see lots of that going into this game for Longmont.
Yep, Joey Foote coming off a 6-reception game last week, so they definitely like to get the ball to him. Same pistol formation here, but they did give the first down to the Trojans. As we see the motion from Foote again. And keeping it is Gaddis right up the middle, shakes a tackle, he's up the sideline, he's got room. Left side, 35-30, he's still going. Gaddis stays in bounds and is going to take this all the way to the house. So right down the middle on a read option play, Gaddis takes it all the way. And how about that start for Longmont?
What a beautiful run right there. He really turned on the boosters in the second half, trying to get past those defenders.
Yeah, so Cole Gaddis had more rushing yards than he had all of last week there on his 2nd carry of the game. And that was, he's a big guy. I expected the Wizards to catch him there, but he really was turned on the Jets there. And now the Trojans have a chance to take a quick 7-0 lead less than 2 minutes into this game.
Windsor's defense already looking a tad bit sluggish to start the game.
A tad bit sluggish for sure, Pearson. So they're going to go for 2 here. So they won't look to make it 7. They'll go for 2. Same pistol formation. Keeping it is Holmes. He finds space, and he's going to be close, but short of the line to gain, I believe. So he's short. So there's a little momentum for the Wizards as they hold it to 6 with, interestingly, the Trojans going for 2 there. They didn't do that at all last week, but they're really just trying to ride that. They did the quarterback sneak, and Holmes tried to sneak through and was unable to.
Interesting play call early in the game.
Maybe that could be a little bit of a confidence booster, though, for the Wizards to get that stop, but definitely not an ideal start after the great defensive performance last week with that rush right up the middle by Gaddis, who is really they're gonna have to watch out for him because he can run the ball. He didn't get much of a chance last week, though, because of playing from behind all game.
The Windsor High School Student Broadcasting Team is providing this week's live stream broadcast for the Windsor versus Longmont football game. Go to YouTube and search Windsor Wizards Broadcasting Network. Windsor Wizards Broadcasting Network features completely student-produced live broadcast, WHS sporting activities and events.
As Wizards offense is just like last week, will be playing from behind, as they did go down 7 last week too in the first quarter, but were able to overcome it. Back to return is Landon Scruggs for the Wizards, as well as Mikey Munn. As here is the kick. It's going to be short. Landon Scruggs will take it. Takes the ball, gets up the field. He's got a hole here, up the 25, sheds a tackle, brought down by the ankles at the 30-yard line. Solid return.
What a beautiful take right there by Landon Scruggs, making some early moves right there.
For sure. So the Wizards, Kyle Phelps and this Wizards offense will start their work at the 30-yard line. So what do you think? You have any keys for the Wizards here on the offensive end?
Definitely just get the ball moving in small increments, not always going for those big yardage resulting in interceptions.
For sure, and running the ball last week was more successful. They did have that one deep pass to Gavin Helm, which made the stat sheet look a lot better, but overall offense was not a big, or passing the ball was not a big part of it. But we had a personal foul call on Trojans, so the Wizards are going to get the ball at the 45 here. So really good field position, good break right there for the Wizards. Taking the snap, rolling right, looks for Lichtenberg, who had space there, but incomplete as Phelps missed him. And those are just throws you want to make, right? Like,
absolutely. The small plays count. Every play just matters the most.
Every play just matters the most. You heard it here first. But that was a nice play call just on the run. A tough throw to make. Right back in the shotgun is Phelps. He will hand it to Lichtenberg, who has absolutely no room. The Trojan loses a helmet, but that is no gain on the play. Just nothing there. No hole for Lichtenberg.
The Trojans' defense doing a good job at shutting down this Wizards offense.
Definitely. 0 yards so far, so yeah. Phelps will be in the shotgun again. I wouldn't be. Would you expect the Wizards to try to sneak a run here? Probably not. Nope. Yep, they will. Phelps will keep it on the option. No space at all. Absolutely shut down. So a really good looking set for that Trojan defense right there, as they kind of got the push every time on the defensive end, and now the Wizards are going to send the punt team. And interestingly, Colby Holmes, their quarterback, back on the punt return, so really does it all. So we get a look at Gavin Helm, the 5-star punter, of course, in action here. It's a good situation to see his punting skills, trying to pin them back. As this is going to be a little short, it's going to land around the 19. Take a bounce in favor of the Wizards a little there, down at the 14-yard line. So solid punt there.
Some good roll near the end.
For sure, as the second set for this Trojan offense after a very successful first drive.
And Longmont will take over first down at 10 with 8:04 to go in the second quarter.
So Wizards defense maybe a little bit more focused now, a little bit more locked in. Maybe that play was just a little wakes you up, realizes this is going to be a tough game in case there was any doubt. As Holmes will put foot in motion, take the snap, hand it right back to Gaddis, who has a little space, but it's shut down really well. That was a good play inside to get there by Paquette, as that will be a very short gain of 2.
Beautiful pressure by those linebackers heading inside left, finding that man and getting him down before a huge run.
Yep. Really good work by Paquette there, team's leading tackler, as Holmes stands in the pistol again. Same motion as we've seen every single play. Right back to Gaddis, who has some space, powers forward for 5. And this will set up a 3rd and 2. Trojans just playing power football straight up right here.
This Longmont offense is finding lots of success in this run game early on.
For sure, just running straight up the middle on what looks like a read option, but they've gone to Gaddis every single time. So they bring foot in motion as an extra blocker as well. That seems to be the strategy they're sticking with here, but they're in a 3rd down here, so we can see if the Wizards can get a stop and turn this ball back to the other side. Same motion. Snaps a little high. Right back to Gaddis, but Paquette is there, hits him immediately, and it is going to be close, but he looks to be short.
A nice stop inside. Once again by those linebackers.
That's Brock Paquette stepping up and making 2 huge tackles on this drive. We're going to have a 4th and 1, and this offense is not leaving the field. So the Trojans real bold here early, Pearson, as this is already a big 4th down. early in this game. They went for the 2-point conversion, and now here they are keeping the offense out there on 4th and 1. They seem to believe they can get the push on this front line. Same motion from Foot. And Wizard jump. We'll see who they call this on. They're going to get the Wizards, so they may not have even been calling a play there, but it doesn't matter, as it looked like it was one of the front line, maybe Pendleton or either Pendleton or Ryland Renton on that front line on the right side. Jumped a little early, so the Trojans will get a first down. Chris Pellet now back at running back. Wizards kind of stacking the box, but this is going to be a throw from Holmes. He looks, second option. Right there is Joey Foot, who got some space, completes it for the first down. It's an 11-yard gain.
What a beautiful pass. Found his wide receiver early, and first option went straight to him. I saw him looking at him the whole time.
Yep, that's a quick slant, just a good route. Joey Foot gets both the targets for the 2 passes now, and Trojans are moving now. About 7 minutes into this game. Trojans definitely in control so far. Drops back again, first option again, and beautiful throw there between 3 Wizards, between Paquette and Munn. He finds Levi Sheck, the senior receiver, and that is another first down, and that was a really good-looking ball.
This Longmont offense seems to be very hard to stop early on in this game.
14-yard pass and catch and a first down in Windsor territory at the 40-yard line.
That was, again, first option from Holmes, but he just delivers that in between 3 Wizards defenders, really looking accurate and feeling himself early in this game. Same motion. They're going to pitch this one outside, and Pellet is going to be stuck up for no gain. So good play there by the Wizards front, kind of locking down the run game now. This drive. So that'll set up a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, bring up 2nd down and 10.
Back in the backfield is Gaddis. Holmes takes the snap, looks off his first read here, gets Gaddis in the flat, gets forward, makes a cut, and he's still running. Gaddis, tough running through Wizard defenders. That's a gain of 14, and Gaddis is just kind of causing problems for this Wizards defense right now.
Breaks a few tackles there after the catch to get a couple extra yards.
Yeah, Wizards, as we do have a flag, and it looks like it's going to be on the offense. So Wizards might get a break here, as we're going to get a holding call. So that'll set them back 10, and that's a big call. You got to take advantage of this break if you're the Wizards, though. You now are in a 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 14 situation.
14 with the ball at the 44.
Same formation as we've seen all game from the Trojans here. This time he'll motion Gaddis and drop back. Holmes looks, doesn't find anything. He moves out to his left, and Holmes is going to take off with it. Cuts up the field, breaks a tackle, and is brought down in the open field by Ryland Renton. Good play to get him down there, as this is going to set up a 3rd and medium around 3rd and 4.
Gaddis is doing it all tonight as he took off there when he saw that pressure come from that left side.
That was quarterback Holmes, but yeah.
My bad.
All good.
10-yard gain, bring up 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5. Wizards crowd trying to get loud and give some support. Holmes motions Foot again. He'll just give it to Gaddis up the middle because it's been successful so far, and it looks like it's going to be successful here. This is going to be a gain around 6 and a first down. So the run game, giving the ball to Gaddis, continues to be effective for the Trojans. He is a unit. He's a tough guy to bring down, and that's definitely showing. He was contained very well last week, only 41 yards rushing on 9 carries. So Definitely more involved this week. He got like 80 yards on his second rush, so. Holmes motions foot again, snaps a little off. This time he's going to pitch it forward to foot, but Paquette is there. Great read by Brock Paquette. Is going to make this first negative play of the night. And big play by Paquette to read that, and 2nd and long now coming up.
Brock Paquette continues to keep getting tackles in critical situations and making it hard for this offense to gain yards.
For sure. Paquette has definitely had a good game so far. Seems to be calling his name a lot, making plays on the line of scrimmage. This is snap, dropping back as Holmes. Rush gets home, blitz. He's just going to throw this up, and it's intercepted by Mikey Munn, but we're going to get a pass interference call. So this isn't going to count. And that was a good play by Mikey Munn. Would have been his 3rd interception, as the all-out blitz was brought by the Wizards. Holmes just kind of threw it up there knowing that there were a limited amount of defenders back there. But it looks like they're going to get a pass interference on the Wizards. So you see the Wizards send 6. He just tossing it up there. But, yeah, the push there is a pretty easy call for the officials, and that'll be an automatic first down. Henry Jones there in coverage, as well as Mikey Munn. So in high school, Pearson, 15-yard penalty, not spotted a foul for pass interference. What do you think of that?
I feel like it gives a bit more of a chance to the defense as the pass interference call is made, but
that is definitely a fact. As Holmes takes a snap, high snap again. Gaddis stuffed up this time. Good play by Pendleton there. Only again a 1 as he got home, hitting Gaddis and bringing him down immediately. But yeah, you see the Wizards defense getting a little aggressive there on that, bringing the blitz, kind of stacking the box, knowing they need to stop this run game.
Windsor's defense trying to find a solution here as it's already 6-0 nearing the end of the first quarter.
Holmes takes the snap, drops back. He's going to roll out. Wizards there. He's just going to have to throw this away as the pressure got home again there. Wizards are moving this pressure up. And now it is 3rd down and long. So this is a good chance for the Wizards defense to get some momentum. Trojans, of course, went for 2, so there's a chance something's wrong with their kicker. So this can be a big 3rd down here.
And that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
The refs are probably going to have to stop play because the clock continued to run here. So they're going to probably have to figure that out here.
The head official taking care of that all the time.
Good work from our refs per usual. This 3rd and 10 comes up here. Big play for the Wizards here if they can get a stop. So we're going to get a timeout from Longmont before the snap, so that'll be their first. Trying to talk this over.
Longmont's first charge timeout with 22 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Big spot here for the Wizards defense, looking to come up and at least hold the Trojans to a field goal attempt. Of course, they went for 2, so we don't know if a field goal attempt may not be something they want to go to.
22 seconds.
Can you make a 15-yard field goal, Pearson?
I don't think so. I'm not making that.
Well, there's a chance no one on that Longmont sideline can either. There's also a chance they can, obviously. Holmes in a big spot here. Third down, motion comes. In a motion back outside. Scruggs motioning with him. He'll snap the ball, toss it in the end zone, and this ball is going to be incomplete. Good play by the Wizards defense there. And that was a toss-it-up ball. They found out the Wizards were in man. Wizards defense holds. Really good play there by the Wizards, and that is going to set up a 4th down.
What a beautiful pass there. Just could not come up with the ball.
Floated it in there. The ball was there, but the incompletion was forced by the Wizards defense. Kind of pushed the ball out, read the defender's eyes. Really textbook defense there from the Wizards. As here comes the field goal.
And maybe there is someone who can hit a 15-yard field goal.
33 officially. As here comes the kick. It's good. That got through barely. So that was close, but the field goal is good.
Low kick
from Ty Gaddis, the freshman kicker. So good for him. And now we have a 2-score game. So Wizards now down 2 scores. More points than they allowed all last week. As not even out of the first quarter here. Not a great start. How do they turn this around, Christian?
They definitely need to get the offense going. They got to be conservative with their plays, and they got to get stuff happening sooner than later on in the game.
Okay, so happening sooner rather than later and get in the plays. As this kick is going to be taken this time by Mikey Munn. Munn's going to return it, and he slips down. Flag does fly, though. Or was that a flag? I don't know. Something flew. But Munn slipped at the 15-yard line. Flag did fly. Let's see. Do you think the Wizards need to, establish the run? Or do you think they need to try to get Kyle Phelps going passing the ball?
The passing game has not been so successful yet, nor has the running game, but the running game keeps getting shut down, and very little yards have been gained every time.
And this is penalties going to be on the Wizards, so they're going to be pushed back even more with 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. But for sure, and what's nice about it's still early in the game, right? So you don't have to throw the ball. You aren't in a situation where you come back. Sure, you're down 2 scores, but you have a whole 3 quarters left. You can run your whole offense. It's just about getting something going, as they will probably have one last play of this first quarter. Phelps will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Lichtenberg, who's tripped up after around 3. That was Sam Cooper. As with the 2.5 seconds to go. Clock is stopped for some reason, but now it is running, and that will do it for the first quarter. Wizards trailing 0-9. We'll flip the field when we come back, but
Community is one of our core values at Windsor State Bank, and we are proud to celebrate 10 years of helping, encouraging, and meeting the financial needs of our community. We work with our customers to help them realize their financial dreams, whether opening a business, purchasing a home, or planning for retirement. Our bank is run by local people who are dedicated to serving the financial needs of the area, and we take pride in providing exceptional customer service and building trust with our customers. If you are looking for a bank who knows your first name, then you're in the right place. Windsor State Bank, invested in our community, invested in you.
Looking for Windsor's best pizza? There's only one place to go, and that's Pelican Joe's. Locally owned and operated, Pelican Joe's makes for great pizza every time. Pizza isn't their only specialty. They also make wings, salads, and everyone's favorite, pizza rolls. Call Pelican Joe's now.
I'm Jack Oglesby here reporting to you from the sideline. Obviously, a little bit of a disappointing first quarter here as the Windsor is down 0-9, but looking for a little bit of a better offensive push coming into this second quarter. As always, looking for hopefully just to get a better push for that. Let's go, Windsor.
Thank you, Jack, as we did miss a completion for the Wizards, and that is going to make it a 3rd and 2. They got the ball outside in the flat. That was Sam Cooper on the reception, Pearson?
Yep.
I believe so.
Yep.
Phelps in the pistol, needing 2 yards. He'll give it to Cooper on the keep. Not a lot of push from that offensive line. This spot is going to be close. He appears to be just there, though. So 1st down for the Wizards at the 20-yard line. Maybe that can get something going here.
Very needed. I think that gives the offense some confidence on this drive.
Sure. Junior Sam Cooper stepping into a running back role kind of behind Brady Lichtenberg, but had a pretty good week last week, running for 57 yards on only 9 carries. So they might look to get him more involved as he seems to be getting all the reps on this drive. Snap to Phelps. He'll get the ball outside to Trip Thomas. Throws a little off, but he makes the grab. Tripped up after a gain of 7, but a good play to just get that ball out to the flat to Trip Thomas in space, as now Wizards might be getting rolling a little bit here on offense.
And this is the momentum Windsor needs. They just got to keep pushing through with this momentum and can't let this momentum break.
Yep, this momentum is a big part of football, right?
Absolutely.
This is now 2nd and 3. Snaps going to Cooper, who has space up the middle. Cooper cuts up to take it down to the 44, but not before a gain of around 15. And the chains will move again. Wizards offense getting going here. You love to see it. Kind of playing with some pace here. Wizards right back up to the line. They're going to whistle.
40-yard line to the 43-yard line.
So maybe an injury timeout?
On the field will be a Longmont Trojans timeout.
Longmont Trojans. The Wizards picked up the tempo there, went to no huddle, and that forced Longmont to use their 2nd timeout right there.
Thanks to our Windsor High School Booster Club sponsors, including our top sponsors, the
Wizards
Windsor
hurry it up, and that
appears
beneficial. So maybe tempo is a big part of getting this momentum, but the Wizards offense looks a lot better now.
Other sponsors include Primo Utility Locating Services, Studio 5 School Portraits, Quantum Orthodontics, Micro Contracting, Bank of Colorado, the Harbor Limited Heating, OI, Farmers Insurance Office, Theodore Garcia, Leschwald, American Turf and Tree Care, and Pooner Valley REA. Thank you for voting sponsors for the Windsor High School Booster Club for 2023-24 season. First down and 10 for the Wizards, 10:48 to go in the second.
Phelps takes the snap. He'll give it to Cooper again. A little bit of space. Cooper fighting through, and he gets forward, still driving. So Wizards offense getting a push on that offensive line now, and that's going to be a solid gain of 9 there on 1st down. Cooper kind of providing some energy to this offense right now.
That O-line really gave that push right there that Samuel Cooper needed while he was in that little jumble in the middle.
The little jumble.
Absolutely, Caleb.
Absolutely. Wizards with a quick huddle and right back out there. Shotgun again for Phelps. As fullback Cash as well is up front. They'll go right back to Sam. Sam has space up to the right side, and his quickness is really kind of exploiting the Longmont defense right now. That's another 1st down all the way to the Trojan 40-yard line, as Wizards offense finally getting something going, and this is what you love to see. This is what they needed.
Sam Cooper really excelling at this running back position as he moved from a DB from last year.
You can see the quickness of being of DB at that running back position right now. Wizards right back to the line. Same shotgun formation. Box is kind of crowded now. Keeping it this time is Phelps. Outside has Thomas, who is slapped after a gain of around 5. Hit made by Chris Pellett on the defensive side. But there as you saw, the back box was really stacked. A lot of defenders down low trying to stop that run game. So this was the play before. We saw a stacked box, but Cooper was able to find space still. And you see that acceleration really help him. 2nd and 4 now for the Wizards. And then you get that play action rolling off of the run game too. That's how you get going, and that was a good play call as we have another whistle.
Absolutely, Caleb.
Windsor's going to use their first timeout here. Cooper hyped up coming off the field, trying to keep things going, keep the energy up for this team.
Starting his 16th season as a Wizard, so advanced to the state postseason 10 years, winning 2 Class State championships, including the 2015 Class 4A state championship. In his career, Coach Jones has won over 100 games as a high school football coach. Overall, entering the 2023 season, Coach Jones with an overall record of 108 wins and only 41 losses.
So the offense meets using that first timeout. Around 9 minutes to go in this first half. Wizards trail by 2 scores, but have momentum right now driving. 2nd and 4 on the Trojan 34.
If you're the Wizards, are you being conservative with the time and taking your time on scoring, or are you going to wait a little bit and?
I think they just want to score. I don't think time is really on their mind at this point. They'll go right back to Cooper on the left side. Great tackle in space there. They were able to get him a little space, wrap up, and brought down by Davis Pellet in space. Good play there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down. But, yeah, as for time, Pearson, I would personally not be worried about that. I'd just be trying to get points, you know.
Absolutely.
Especially with 8 minutes left. Just me, though. What would you do?
Hold on to the ball a little bit, not let Longmont get that extra time to score before half.
Wizards did kick off, so they will get the ball out of half. But for now, this 3rd down. 3rd down and 5. Phelps takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off to Cooper, who is met right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 35-yard line now. 4th and 5. Decision time for the Wizards. What do you do here? Punt, kick, or go for it?
I would say get a little bit pushy and get a little bit needy and go for it right here.
A little bit pushy and needy and go for it. Looks like the Wizards' offense is still on the field, so that's looks like they're both pushy and needy, like Pearson says. So Phelps looking in to get the play call. It appears the Wizards want to go for it. It is exactly 5 yards, so if you're able to draw the Trojans off sides, you will get an automatic 1st down. The huddle does break. 3 receivers out, as it's been all game, in the shotgun. Phelps is going to snap it. Low snap, is able to pick it up. Moves right, comes back to the left side, back right, coming up the field, still looking for something all the time. He's going to look to take it himself, and he is going to be met and dropped by Cole Gaddis. So a little bit of a little confusion there, and really just nothing there for the Wizards, and what looked like a promising drive is going to end on a turnover and downs.
Not what the Wizards need right there, as we are down 2 possessions right now.
Not good.
Not good. That's correct, Caleb.
You did see some momentum. You saw some rhythm being found in the drive there, though. As this quickly turns around to good field position for Longmont, and this defense really needs to find a stop now. So you don't want this lead to grow anymore before halftime. Motion in and out, and it snapped. Drops to throw as Holmes over the middle. Good ball. It is punched out by Landon Scruggs, and so Scruggs punches the ball out. It looks like Longmont got back on that. They're going to call it a catch and fumble. Really alert play there by Scruggs to punch it out, and that nearly got the Wizards the ball back. So great play by Scruggs. But
looks like there was a flag in the backfield.
They're able to get back on the ball. Luckily was Mason Hendricks, the sophomore receiver. There is a penalty in the backfield, like Pearson said, though. So that was a big penalty. That was a 10-yard penalty, so now 1st and 20. But that's a good play when you're behind. If you get beat on the coverage and you're a step behind, if you can reach around and punch that ball out, that is a really good play by Scruggs there. It almost worked out really well for the Wizards.
Absolutely.
As Holmes drops back to pass on the straight go route. It's caught. That is a 1st down. That is again around 22. Just nothing but a go route, and it's effective there. Levi Sheik on the catch just ran by the Wizards defense. I believe that was Henry Jones in coverage.
And what a beautiful pass right there by Longmont. Their passing game has been hard to shut down all night for Windsor.
Yeah, Colby Holmes has, I would say, has had a very good game at the quarterback position so far. He's made some very accurate throws, good decisions, quick decisions, and he's had a way better game than last game in which he threw 2 interceptions.
Absolutely.
Holmes takes a snap. This one's a pitch forward and met immediately. So that pitch forward end around has not been effective at all. That has been sniffed out both times very well by the Wizards. That's a gain of 1. Colton Piper on the tackle there. So those end arounds, it's almost just to keep the offense or the defense honest because they motion that play every time. They like to bring foot in as an extra blocker a lot of the times to get him swinging in that direction. But if they pitch it to him occasionally, the Wizards will have to be cautious of that pitch. As this is given to Gaddis. Gaddis cuts up. Good play there, though. Stops it short, and we are going to be in a 3rd and 5. Colton Piper on with another tackle. So big 3rd down and 5. Wizards can put their foot in the ground and have the Trojans in the middle of no man's land here with that at the 46-yard line. But first they need to get a stop here. 3rd and 5. Crowd getting loud, trying to give some support for the Wizards. With 5 minutes to go in this first half, needing a stop here. Holmes drops back. Quick pass. It's a curl route, and it is completed for the 1st down. That's just a quick 5-yard curl by Levi Sheik and quick throw and pass, and that's just Colby Holmes doing all the little things well, making those quick throws that you need to make, and having a very good game here. And there's just another good play.
Once again, like you said, those passes by Longmont are hurting this defense slowly but surely.
Definitely, as you see the full whiteout from the student section and a little bit of static. But 1st down here. Snapped and given to Gaddis up the middle, powering through Wizards. Stiff arm, still moving up the left side. Gaddis looking for the end zone. He's going to be brought down at the 1. Mikey Munn is able to chase him down at the 1-yard line, but that is just more tough running from Cole Gaddis, who's just putting on a clinic running the football today.
What a beautiful run. Once again, this Longmont offense hurting this defense.
With right down the middle, as you see, Cole right down the middle runs, huh, Pearson?
This defense can't seem to stop this running game or passing game.
Neither. He's walking around the field. He appears a little injured there, so walking all the way around the track. Gaddis is meeting with the athletics staff. But now in a quick formation, everyone at the line, quick quarterback sneak, powering forward, and that is a touchdown. So Longmont punches it in. Colby Holmes on the keeper. Let's look as we look at that run again. Right up the middle, you see him cut back and then just run through Wizards. Gives a stiff arm to Mikey Munn there, who was able to track him down and stop him short. But the Trojans just trust their offensive line there at the 1-yard line to just get enough of a push, and that's what they do. Gaddis kind of looks like Derrick Henry out there, huh?
I would say so. Absolutely, Caleb.
Absolutely.
He's a big hitter coming off the ball.
Looking to make it a 16-point game. That's going to be a offsides call, I believe, on the Wizards. You see the stress in Coach Jones not loving what he's seeing, I imagine, right now. As that's going to make this attempt a little shorter. We'll see if the Trojans decide to go for two. Going for two here would make it a 2-score game, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. Or a 3-score game. If it's 17 points, that's a 3-score game, so I would go for two here.
Good job, Caleb. Little math in the head.
Yep. That's how it goes. It is going to be moved a little bit closer to the 1, so. I don't know. They're back in field goal position. I would go for two here.
They're already up quite a bit. Might as well.
And you can to make it a 3-score game, I might as well. Extra point up and good. So that makes it a 16-0 ball game. Trojans' offensive game plan proving very effective. A lot of very quick passes. Very cognizant. I think they're worried about, they know the Wizards' rush can get home. They've done short passes. They've made passes available quickly for Holmes, and he has put the ball on the money almost every time. Very accurate at throwing the ball today, and that has been the key to success is those short, quick passes by Holmes. Just on the money every time. Only a couple-second drop back. And then you follow that up with their rushing game, and it's a lot for the Wizards' defense, and they need to adjust. But more importantly, they got 4:47 here to try to get some of those points back.
Absolutely.
Great insight. Here comes the kickoff for the Trojans. As it's going to be short again. This one's going to be taken by Munn at the 9. Munn's going to get up the field as quickly as he can, stop, and get hit pretty hard at the 24-yard line. As Trojans kind of daring the Wizards to take it out every time here. They're just kicking it around the 10-yard line. Wizards really want to get something going on offense here, huh, Pearson?
Absolutely, Caleb.
How do you think they do that?
Well, I think they need to be in a tad bit of a rush to get down the field. Definitely.
Do you think they need to be in a rush?
The running game is getting shut down quite a bit.
Yeah. So you think they should give Kyle just give him the keys, let him throw the ball?
Absolutely.
So Pearson says they let him throw. That's not what they do on this first play. But Lichtenberg gets forward for 5. Clock not a huge issue, but you definitely want to be cognizant of it for sure. 2 timeouts for the Wizards.
Tackle made by Isaiah Prospero. Trip Thomas with the ball and the carry for a 5-yard gain to bring up second down. And 5.
Wizards don't seem too worried about the clock like you thought they should be, huddling up and taking their time, Pearson.
Yep.
They didn't take your advice.
And a low snap.
They're going to get a whistle before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So right back to 2nd and 10 with a pre-snap penalty.
5-yard penalty on the play and bring the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line, bring up second down and 10.
If I'm the Wizards, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get a play-action pass going. Like, hope the Trojans are not doing it as much, but they're bringing a lot of guys up in that box, as you see. They're bringing people up. Take your shot with that Gavin Helm like they did last game. Play action and just give them a chance. As they're just going to do a play action, but it's just a quick out trip. Thomas gets forward, shows his quickness, gets there for about 5. But that'll set up a 3rd down and 5. This is a pretty big 3rd down to at the very least pick this one up and keep the possession a little. Give your defense a little bit of a break and not give Longmont a chance to even extend that lead even more. So this is a big 3rd down for the Wizards. So the clock is not running. Ball snapped, getting forward, and it looks like Lichtenberg is going to have just enough for the first down on the carry. We'll see if they give it to him. It's very close, but they're going to move those chains. So Wizards pick up the first down. Maybe can provide something with that. Can start something with that. I think they got to go for a deep shot play action one of these times and just give Gavin Helm his chance like he did. He came up with 2 of those deep balls last game.
Absolutely. Gavin Helm, like a utility player out there, 5-star kicker, and a really good wide receiver.
This ball is going to go end around, pitch forward to Thomas. Thomas is able to spin off 2 defenders, get up the field, spin off another defender, and get forward for a first down. So Trip Thomas breaks 3 tackles on that run, gets some energy into the stadium for the Wizards, and that was a very, very good pickup of 11, and that's a first down for the Wizards. He should have been down in the backfield there.
Even had some tippy-toe work there on the sideline.
If you break in 2 and then spins off another one, and some tippy-toe work. That's a really good run.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Wizards hurrying it up a little bit here. Phelps was going to motion Thomas again. Going to fake it to him, go to the left side for Lichtenberg, who's hit in the backfield, shakes off the tackle. Lichtenberg gets forward, fighting for more yardage, and that's going to be another gain of 12. So back-to-back plays that should have gone for losses where they were hit in the backfield, and the Wizards runners, Lichtenberg and Thomas, both come through, breaking those tackles, which have both resulted in 12-yard gains.
Windsor's offense finding some late momentum here in the second quarter, and the fans are getting into the game, getting hyped up.
For sure. Those broken tackles just so huge, because that's the just huge difference, and really good play there by Lichtenberg, as it looks like Longmont's going to use their second timeout right here. As you see right here, it's a great fake, but it's read really well by that Trojan defense, but unable to wrap up was junior Enzo Delovico, and Lichtenberg able to shake off that tackle, had a lot of grass in front of him after the shake, and now the Wizards are at the 42.
Correction, that is Longmont's third and final timeout.
So the scoreboards are on. The scoreboard is incorrect.
That's just on Saturday. On Sunday and Monday, join us at Main Park for concerts. Craft fingers and more. Labor Day Monday is also parade day with the new parade route that includes Main Street.
Wizards student section hoping to provide some energy right now.
The fans dressed in their whiteout and toga outfits. As we see there, the new mascot.
Yep. What's the new mascot's name? You don't know?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Wonder who that mascot is. First and 10 for the Wizards, 2:13 to go, still 2 timeouts. Phelps is going to fake the pass. They have the deep ball going. He doesn't see anything, so Phelps is going to take off on the right side. He has space. He's going to go out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So there was that deep shot that we had been talking about. Trojan defense appeared to be ready for it, though. They were able to get back. Phelps does what he can and makes the smart play and picks up 7 right there.
Windsor moving down the field quite quickly here.
For real. But that was really good, mature play there by Phelps to not try to force a deep ball on that shot play and just take off and get 7. And now
absolutely,
this offense is rolling. Wizards bring an extra man in here, only 2 wideouts now. As Phelps takes the snap. He's going to give it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg has space on the left side. He's going to pick up the first down and get out of bounds. So Brady Lichtenberg with a good run to get to that edge. That's another pickup of 7. That's a first down as we see Phelps on the keeper. Well, we see kind of him on the keeper there.
Lichtenberg really stepping up into this varsity position, as last year he didn't get many minutes because of Chase and
Jaden Thomas. Yeah, and him and Sam Cooper seem to be switching off drives right now, with Cooper getting all the running back snaps.
Absolutely.
Last side. Both of them looking pretty good so far in this game. So here you just see him get to that edge. The Wizards brought in their usual slot receiver there, so the edge was more open. And then you see him drop that shoulder. Good run in there by Lichtenberg. Under 2 minutes to go, but the Wizards are driving. Phelps takes the snap, rolls right. Phelps looking outside. He's got Thomas through the hands. Ball was a little bit off, but Thomas unable to haul it in.
was such a good look there. Just could not bring it in.
Yeah, you like that play design for sure. Thomas on the curl had space there. Couldn't quite convert. That'll set up a 2nd and 10, but that's not the worst thing. Clock stops. You reset. Just keep the momentum going.
Absolutely.
$150 to go. Wizards trying to get some offense going here. Phelps is going to give it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg with space up the middle. Gets up the field. Flag flies. Dishes out a shoulder. Brady Lichtenberg is running with some attitude right now, but this one may be coming back. They're going to get the Wizards for holding on this one.
Brady is also the rushing leader for Windsor's offense.
Yeah. I think the running backs right now are providing the most energy for the Wizards, though.
Absolutely.
Just breaking those tackles, kind of getting the crowd into it and picking up those extra yards. That penalty is just kind of a killer, though.
There's not been much success in the passing game tonight for the Wizards, so really looking for those running backs.
For sure, and they've stepped up, but thankfully that holding call was down the field, so it's only a 2nd and 13 as opposed to a 2nd and 20. Still not what you love to see, as that's probably going to be an offsides, right? They're going to get
a false start by Longmont.
Offsides on Longmont. False starts on offense.
Absolutely.
We're learning things here.
Yes.
But Wizards get that yardage right back, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 now.
That is correct.
So 2nd and 9, a minute 24. Wizards with 2 timeouts. You don't really have to be too worried about the clock, knowing those 2 timeouts are in your back pocket, and the clock will stop on first downs. So Longmont, a little confusion. Still a very stacked box. All the linebackers are up. Phelps, quick out to Lichtenberg, who comes back to get it, has space, cuts up the field, and is going to pick up around 5 there. Big 3rd and 4 coming up now for the Wizards. So we're going to have a timeout.
Longmont's linebackers looked quite confused as the play the ball was snapped, but then a heavy blitz came in and a beautiful throw to Lichtenberg.
But yeah, Lichtenberg got some space when he received that ball, cut back up the field. Looked like he might have had some life there. Was swarmed by the defense, and now this is a very, very key 3rd down here for the Wizards to come up with something. So they did use their 2nd timeout to talk about it. You want to get your best play call here.
Absolutely.
That's a hot word right now for you, huh?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ball inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Wizards, and an important play with 1:13.
So Wizards are going 4 wide receivers here. 3 to the right side.
First time this game.
Yep. Helm alone up on the left side. And it's going to be kept by Phelps. Phelps has space here, gets forward. That's going to be a 1st down. So Phelps picks up the yardage needed right with the gain of 5 on 3rd and 5. Wizards pick up a big 1st down. Crowd's getting into it, and that was a really good play call. You spread them out, then you have way more space inside.
Some blockers on that some blockers with those wide receivers on the right.
And the box is more cleared. So that was a really good play call there by the Wizards. Called a timeout and got their best. Clock running, but Wizards are in business right now. 19-yard line. Phelps with Lichtenberg to his left and 3 receivers to the left side again. They're going to go a quick screen outside. Left side up, moving up the field, pushed out after a gain of 9. But a good run there from the Wizards. And Wizards offense continues to roll. We don't know who that is. We don't have a roster for number 6, so can't tell you who that is right now. Snap taken by Phelps. They go to another quarterback draw. He has blockers to the right side. Phelps looking to get to that edge, and he's going to be pushed out around the 3. But the Wizards get tempo. They get this within the 5, and now they have a good chance to get this ball in the end zone and cut this lead potentially in half. I believe that was Trip Thomas on the catch on the previous play, but we don't know.
31.3 seconds remaining.
As Wizards, 31 seconds to go. Clock stopped because they went out of bounds. They'll go back to the 2-receiver set, and they're going to have, so the refs didn't realize, but they saw the player running out the field, so that's going to be 12 men in the huddle on the Wizards unless they got a timeout. So they gave a timeout to the Wizards there. Wizards did have to use a timeout, though. There was some confusion with substitutions going in and out.
All inside the 5-yard line. Windsor down 16-0. Look at the score for the end of the half.
So Wizards now with no timeouts due to that miscommunication. So now you have to be careful on a running play to get up and either spike the ball or run a quick another play, Pearson. Absolutely?
Absolutely.
Thanks. That's all I needed. Longmont student section, chance defense, and Wizards looking to punch this in from the 3-yard line. First down and goal. 31 seconds to go. Phelps in a shotgun, takes a snap. He's going to keep it right side and shakes a tackle. Still going, but he's going to be swarmed. And now you got to go. You got to get up and get a play or spike the ball. As Phelps lost his helmet, and they're going to stop the clock. So Phelps' helmet comes off in the play. Refs whistle it dead due to that, but now the Wizards, Phelps has to sit out this play because he lost his helmet. So
Mikey Munn in.
Mikey Munn in at quarterback. Very interesting.
Has some quarterback experience in middle school and freshman year.
Clock continued to run. Now we're whistles. So it looks like the ref stopped play because he lost his helmet. But, yep, so this play is going to be taken by Munn. Clock runs. Munn takes the snap. He's going to take off left side. Mikey Munn moving to the left side. Cuts back. Hit at the 1. He's going to be stopped short. Wizards need to go. Wizards need to get, and clock stops again. Clock's running again. Wizards need to get to the line right now. Clock going at 5. Wizards need to get this down. They don't have their quarterback in, and the clock's been stopped again. This is a very interesting. Clock stopped
looks
at
like
1
some
second
confusion
now.
on the field.
There's a lot of confusion both from the game clock operator and the ref with whether it should be stopping or not. So you see Munn trying to get to that edge. He tries to cut back, does successfully, but he is slapped. What a very good hit by Gaddis to keep him out of the end zone as he was just inches away. And so the clock is still at 1.1 seconds. The refs are talking about this. Longmont thinks that should be the end of the half. And it is going to be the end of the half. So that very bad look there from the overall execution, and a lot of frustration on the Wizards sideline right now as the clock was whistling to be stopped.
Fans are not happy. There was lots of confusion on the field, and fans are also confused.
So the ref moved his arms as if to stop the clock. And then
the clock ran.
The clock continued to run, was stopped at 1 second, and then they called it halftime. So a lot of confusion up here from us. We don't know what's going on. And down
sequence
there.
Right there.
And that is just a very frustrating end of the half to be at the 1 inch line and come away with 0 points. So Coach Jones got his explanation and talked to the refs, and now heads to the locker room for halftime. We'll see if we might be getting an interview with Coach Jones real quick. So we will be. We're going to send it down there.
All right, Coach. So obviously Windsor down by 16 going into the first half. What needs to be said in the locker room to put some positivity and get back in this second half?
I think first thing is like wake up and do your job. We have some 10-man football going on out there where guys are trying to do more than themselves instead of just doing their job each play, and that's costing us on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and number 2 on Longmont seems to be taking lots of runs for him. How can he be slowed down going into the second half?
Yeah, we got to break down in our pursuit, especially from guys up front. They're reaching the arm tackle versus continuing to pursue down the line of scrimmage and make a good form tackle, so we got to do a better job of that.
All right, thank you, Coach. Have a good...
Here's the replay. This is what we ended the half on. We ended the half on that play. As he makes that hit, 11 seconds are on the game clock. You see there's no whistle for the clock to stop. They call him down, so they should be getting to the line, attempting to spike it, and our replay ends there. But there's the dancers. Anyway, as that happens, the ref later signals for the clock to stop. And the clock does stop. The refs discuss it, and then it goes to the end of the half. So just kind of
very
confusing overall, but we're going to commercial.
We offer a
Thanks
variety
for
of
watching
activities
the
and
first
fun.
half.
Everything from fitness classes for all ages to your favorite sports in the open gym. Drop off your children at the child care center so that they can still have just as much fun as you while still learning and spending time with other kids. We also have the best indoor pool in the area with a kids play area, swimming lanes, and even a huge water slide. For all prices and offers, scan this QR code right here.
The Windsor Recreation Center offers many youth sports including football, soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, tennis, track, swim lessons, and more. Youth sports is a great way to encourage your children to make new friends, learn teamwork and camaraderie, and it lets them explore new opportunities. Sign your kids up for youth sports today. Scan the QR code on the screen for more information.
The Windsor Community Recreation Center offers a diverse range of adult sports. The Rec Center supports a variety of unique sports for Windsor's adult population. They offer pickleball, baseball, volleyball, and kickball leagues. Not only does the Rec Center offer these leagues, but they also offer tournaments for some sports. So Windsor's adults, come on down to the Rec Center to learn more about these great programs, or you can scan the QR code on the screen for more information.
That was such a shit show down there. Hey, these are like just like the good ones. He said that he wants like a bunch of replays when we come back. Oh, replay ones that already happened? Yeah. I didn't need it. I have a few saved. We'll play the few that
Give it up for the crowd of Windsor, the Windsor High School marching band.
Welcome back to H.J. Dudley Field. I am Caleb Morrow here with Mr. Pearson Toms. We have a 16-0 football game here as the Wizards are down by 16 after a very interesting first half with a very interesting end. We were told that the ref was not trying to stop the clock. Wizards were trying to get up. They probably weren't going to get a play anyway. So just a very tough ending with Phelps going down. You didn't have your quarterback in as you're trying to get to the line. You have your safety in. So it's just a tough situation to be in for the Wizards, and just it leaves a really bad taste in your mouth for that to be the way you end the half.
Absolutely. Bright side of Kyle Phelps going down with that, without the helmet, it gave the Wizards an extra play to attempt a touchdown with Mikey Munn at the quarterback position.
Yeah, and just very, very close as we saw there, and just not quite there. And then, of course, brought down in bounds. And that it's just so frustrating because if you get in the end zone right there, you get the two-point conversion, you're looking at a one-score game versus 16.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But Wizards can't dwell on that. They do get the ball out of half. They got to come back, and they've got to look past that, and that starts with the offensive side of the ball first. They just drove down the field. They got to continue that momentum and not get too down, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Pearson. Anything else you have from the first half?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Got it. So the Wizards saw more success in that second quarter on the offensive side of the ball. It was, yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle at the start, as you see that. As we're going to look at some replays, this was a interception by Mikey Munn called back on a pass interference call on Henry Jones, kind of very early in that game. So Munn looked like he was getting his third interception, did not, was called back. But yeah, Pearson, what do you have nothing else at all?
Just D-line's putting some good pressure on their quarterback. He's just finding too many open lanes with his running backs and too many open wide receivers. The DBs are laying off, and they really need to put some pressure on.
That is a really good point. The defensive line for the Wizards was not getting a chance to pressure the quarterback because the Trojans are getting that ball out so fast. Just not getting them a chance to get pressure, making it quick, making the throws quick reads for Holmes, and he's done that very well. So we see some of these offensive plays getting the ball in space to guys like Trip Thomas, Sam Cooper, and Brady Lichenberg has been most effective so far. Both Cooper and Lichenberg in those last two drives, they took turns. Cooper then Lichenberg doing those drives. Both showed up and were very effective running the ball. So here was the play towards the end of the half where Phelps nearly got in. Of course, the next play, he ended up losing his helmet.
Capped off by a 70-yard touchdown run by Cole Gaddis. Longmont went up 6-0 after the two-point conversion. It was no good. Longmont also scored a second one.
Here's where he kept the ball, and that was the play that lost his helmet. Munn, play is whistled dead there, so Munn stepped in to quarterback just short, was trying to get to the line, and little update we just got on soccer. The soccer team mercy ruled the team they were playing in their away game, the varsity, 10-0. So big wins for the soccer team led by Jonah Bearden, and just a little update for some Wizard success away from the home field.
Windsor, I believe, goes on to 2-1 for soccer. Really interesting team this season. Lost to a top school, Skyline, in soccer. So
sounds like you know a lot more about soccer than you do football, huh?
Absolutely.
Awesome. 30 seconds before play is set to resume here. Keys for the Wizards to get back into this game. None from Pearson, so I'll give what I think. I think the Wizards should definitely look to continue their success and not abandon the run, because it's still a whole half of football. You need 2 touchdowns. You don't want to abandon the run with how effective it's been. So looking at that, you want to keep Sam Cooper, you want to keep Brady Lichenberg involved, work some play actions off of that, get some quick, easy passes for Kyle Phelps, get him some confidence, and just kind of like that drive at the end of the half, continue that kind of momentum with short passes, play action passes, and keep the run game involved.
Like we said early on, I feel like if they can find Gavin Helm up open, that he can really produce as a wide receiver out there too.
Yeah, Helm had 2 big catches, 90 total yards receiving on just 2 catches last game. If you can get him to step up or give him a couple chances to, go make some plays on maybe a deep ball, maybe just get him involved, get him the ball in his hands somehow, that may be effective. But the Wizards will get the ball right here. So they will get their chance to go right back down, get that taste out of their mouth. It'll start with a kick return. Scruggs and Mikey Munn will likely be back for that again. And Wizards, it's a whole new half. It's only 2 scores. They have a chance here. They need to refocus. It's hard to refocus after that frustrating of an end to a half, but they just got to lock in right here.
Fresh start out of the locker room.
Fresh start. You know Coach Jones got him fired up. This game isn't over yet, Pearson.
Absolutely. So lots of time remaining. So lots of stuff can be, lots of plays can be made to help the Windsor Wizards get up.
Couldn't be said better. But we are getting ready to go here. Scruggs and they're going to put Trip Thomas this time back with Scruggs on the return after Munn's 2 returns did not go at too far. Of course, Munn got hit really hard at the end of that play as well, the last play. So he should be fine as Wizards look to get going. You want to start hot. You got 24 minutes of football still. That's plenty of time. They got down the field all the way to the 1-yard line in like 4 minutes there. So time does not have to be an issue. Your defense is rested. Your defense maybe can adjust to what they were seeing. So there's hope here. Just got to execute, and I think the Wizards have it in them to come back here, Pearson. Kick is a line drive short, taken by Thomas. Thomas takes it at the 9, up the middle. He's going to get space to the left side. Thomas gets to the edge, cuts into the field at the 43, so there's an energizing good start to the half with a good return by Trip Thomas.
And what a take. That will get the offense fired up.
Hopefully that gets the whole stadium fired up and keeps the Wizards' offensive momentum going, keeps them moving the ball as they take the field on the left hash, setting up at the 43-yard line. So Phelps takes this field in the pistol formation. We'll give it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg has space on the right side, cuts outside. Lichtenberg up the field, stays in bounds all the way to the 26-yard line. Brady Lichtenberg gets the edge, gets up the field, and that is how you ignite the crowd. First play, Wizards already at the 26-yard line. There you go.
What a run. Brady Lichtenberg coming out hot with the first run by him. And like you said, they just need to stick with the run game, and they've done so far.
They do that right there, and really effective when the Wizards are able to find that edge. They've been trying to get to the edges and get up the field. Lichtenberg does it there, gets outside. Big run for the first. 30-yard run there. Wizards right back up. Now Sam Cooper right back into the game. 2 receivers outside. They give it to Cooper. Cooper goes for the edge on the right side. This time it's sealed off very effectively by the Trojans. Didn't fall for it a second time. That's only going to be around a 1-yard gain.
And the Wizards can only run it so many times before Longmont finds out what their game plan is.
That's why you go to a play action when they're
Absolutely.
least expecting it. And, you know, they're running a lot, mainly straight man. So you go off that play action, you sell the run, and you throw it up to Gavin Helm. Give him his chance one-on-one is what I think they should do. Gavin Helm, of course, pretty big. We'll see listed here at 6'5", but this play is going to go to Thomas. Thomas has defenders in the back. He spins off the defenders on the left side. Thomas is going to flag flies. He's going to be in the end zone for now.
Oh.
Flag from behind.
There was a punch thrown by Longmont in the backfield.
You think that's the flag? The flag was before that, though. So Trip Thomas gets the pitch on the outside and uses his speed, finding that edge. This time on the left side, Wizards get outside again, but we do have to see what the penalty is. It came from the opposite side of the field, as it may be a hold right there. As you see on the replay, they may get that.
And as you can see in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, you're right, Pearson. That is a punch. That is number 5, Davis Pellet. So that touchdown is going to stand. That call was on the punch. Davis Pellet gets called for swinging. The Wizards have scored a touchdown on a handoff to Trip Thomas, who gets outside and uses his speed to get to the edge for a touchdown. And the Wizards, are they going to kick it here? They're going to kick it.
And parents are still upset and yelling about
here comes
unsportsmanlike conduct.
So a punch is ejection worthy. I don't think they ejected the pellet, but did give him the penalty. So they are going to keep the offense out. They're looking to make this a one-score game. We talked about how they didn't need to worry about time and we're moving quickly. How about a 36-second touchdown drive out of the half?
Lots of those yards coming from the running game, too.
Yeah, all of those yards, except for the kick return, yeah. So they did not abandon the running game at all. So Wizards go back to the wide formation, three receivers right side, one at the top. And Phelps is going to take it. He's going to give it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg fighting forward, looks to get that extra push. I don't think he got there. He's going to be called short, which is going to keep this a two-score game. Wizards went back to the spread and then just gave it up the middle, trying to overpower that defensive front. Lichtenberg on a second effort came up very close, but short. So Longmont is able to keep it a two-possession game, but the Wizards are right back in this. So, with the unsportsmanlike conduct right now, the crowd is fired up. They're into this game right now. Wizards had the momentum on offense. This is very much so a good environment right now for some football. And so you see the student section packed out, all white. Everyone on theme. Good work. Including the mascot. So 36-second touchdown drive there from the Wizards. And just like that, it's only a 10-point game. That does really make that goal line stop at the end of the half hurt. But Wizards will kick it away and see if the defense can carry on that momentum. Helm's going to do a short kick here. It's going to be fielded at the, they're going to call him in the end zone, so touchback. Very close to being right at the 1, which is the perfect place. But all right, now, so Wizards defense has to keep that momentum going. They have to come up here, get the offense back on the field when they're feeling good, right?
Absolutely. They have to minimize the Longmont offense, shut them down early, and try to get the offense back on the field as soon as possible.
For sure, for sure. As it's been a long time since we've seen this Longmont offense, but Holmes is back on the field, back into their pistol set. And the motion's back from foot. They'll go right up the middle, just like they were before to Gaddis, who powers ahead for 5. Cole Gaddis having a really good game here tonight, and Wizards they're really going to him up the middle a lot. It looks on that option play. Holmes takes the snap, shotgun, goes to Gaddis. Gaddis fighting forward. He's going to be short of the line to gain by about a yard here. So this is going to bring up a third down. So 3rd and 1 here, Pearson.
Windsor's defense doing a good job trying to get this offense back on the field as soon as possible.
This can be a huge stop if they can come through, but it's only 1 yard to gain for the Longmont offense. I think we'd be surprised if this went to anybody other than Mr. Cole Gaddis, but we will see. Box is stacked. All the receivers are in tight. Motion as it is going to go to Gaddis to the right side. He is going to get the first down on a gain of 3. It's tough to stop him in the short yardage situation for sure.
All night, Gaddis has been a unit for the Longmont Trojans, and just what a running game that they have set up all night, and then the quick passes that they've been getting off.
It's tough. He's a tough guy to bring down, and then just slamming that right up the middle. It's been working. And Longmont in no rush to call plays quickly. As Holmes gets the snap, it's a pitch, and it is hit quick contact from the Wizards, but Foote was still able to get forward for around 5 there, as they weren't able to get him down immediately. Looks like more like a gain of 3. Piper brings him down. So it's going to be a 2nd and 7. That pitch play has been shut down really well when they pitch it to Foote on those when he motions, but they really like to bring him in there as that extra blocker. And that's going to be effective, dropping back for the pass, and it's just another quick pass, but it's dropped. So a huge mistake there as they go to their quick go route. It's effective in getting space, but Aiden Nunez is unable to come up with the reception, and now the Wizards are in a great spot, 3rd and 7. This is your chance to come up. And in a potential passing down, they can't just run it up the middle necessarily. Not saying that they won't and it won't work, but it's not as easy of an option. Wizards crowd looking to provide some energy. This is going to be a huge stop for the momentum of the game. As Holmes back in the pistol, Gaddis motions out, quick drop back and throw.
Almost
passes over the head and incomplete. Broken up by the Wizards, and big play there by Henry Jones to knock that down. That was a quick throw, but the Wizards were there in coverage that time. They knew it was coming. Jones is there to knock it down, and this forces a punt. And just a huge play there for the Wizards. Get the ball right back. You're still down 10, but making very quick work right now.
Good job by the Wizards defense right there.
Henry Jones
forcing
there.
A 4th down.
That was the first time pretty much all night that we've seen Holmes be inaccurate on a pass. He's been very accurate almost all game, but Holmes overthrew the receiver there. So punting formation for Longmont. Joey Foote will kick it off his foot for a punt. As snap a little high, gets it off. Line drive kick right at Landon Scruggs. He takes it, makes a move to the left, right side, has some space. Scruggs up the right side. He is going to be hit and dropped at the 44 of Longmont, but a good return there by Landon Scruggs. There's some energy in this crowd right now.
Fans are starting to warm up here, absolutely.
Yeah, the night's gone dark, and the fans are into it. Wizards have all the momentum right now. Got to keep it rolling. Short field on the offensive end. Let's see this offense work. This kind of energy was just not present for at least that first quarter, just kind of dead here, and you can just feel the crowd's into it. You can feel the momentum shifting. You can feel the players getting hyped up, and it's a great spot for the Wizards as Lichtenberg fights forward through defenders all the way to the 29-yard line. So a pickup of 14 right there from Lichtenberg. Another good run, and the Wizards keep on rolling.
And I can only imagine what the locker room talk was with Coach Jones, as he is such a great motivator in the locker room, getting these guys hyped up.
Quick snap and right back to Lichtenberg on a misdirection there. Gets forward for a gain of another 6. For sure, that was definitely an effective. The team is definitely motivated right now. And you saw on Lichtenberg just running behind his blockers right now. There they go to a misdirection, had all of the movement going to the left, and he cuts back right.
The running game for the Wizards has been on point in this second half so far.
Not only are the Wizards moving, they're moving the ball quickly right now, Pearson. Like, very, very quickly. So they're going to go right back to Lichtenberg. This time he stumbles a little, and he's dropped in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 2. So now the Wizards are quickly in a 3rd and 6 situation.
Tackle made by Ben Starkey, number 29 for Longmont. Loss on the play. 27. 3-yard loss on the play and bring up 3rd down.
So that's 3rd and 6 right now. Wizards big spot to try to keep this offense rolling. The Trojans were ready for the run on 2nd down. Phelps lines up in the pistol again, 2 receivers out. They'll rotate Thomas. They'll give it to Lichtenberg again. Lichtenberg, huge hole on the right side, stumbles, but falls forward, and that's going to be right enough for a 1st down. Lichtenberg falls forward, just enough for a 1st down. Move the chains. That is a big run by Lichtenberg, and they motion Thomas to the left. They get some of the eyes looking, go right back to that misdirection on the run, and Wizards come up and deliver as they have this whole quarter.
Definitely could have got a few extra yards if the turf monster didn't eat him up there.
For sure. But he did at least get that first down. Given to Lichtenberg again, misdirection. He gets forward for 6. Really, and also Wizards offensive line right now doing a great job, especially on that right side, of getting a push forward and just getting a push, getting room for Lichtenberg to run. The holes are big right now in that defense. So that's Deacon Schmidt on the right side. Low snap. And it's kept this time by Phelps. Phelps finds space, brought down around the 8, but that's going to be another first down.
Phelps with the keeper for the
So
Wizards.
Wizards going back to their identity of running the football every play, and it's effective right now.
It's on point right now, and the Longmont defense has struggled to shut down the running game in this third quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And this has been the Wizards' football identity, is running the football. And that's just, they had to get back to their roots, and that's what's working right now.
Absolutely.
So 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. A little over halfway done with this third quarter, but the Wizards are moving. Phelps takes the snap. He's going to keep it again. Lots of green grass on the left side. Cuts up the field. He's going to be taken down around the 2, so a run of around 6. Lots of space there, as you can really see how that defense is very worried about Lichtenberg carrying the ball. And the Wizards going to Phelps taking the read option the last 2 plays and has found a lot of space. So really on-point play calling, on-point decisions right now from this offense. Everything's just clicking.
Sam's on the field now, so I wonder if they're going to get a little something going with him in this third quarter.
For sure. They go. Lichtenberg got the ball like a solid 4 or 5 plays in a row before those 2 keepers. Here they go to Cooper on the left side of that play, and Lichtenberg's back there again. They'll go right up the middle to Lichtenberg, falls forward, touchdown Wizards, and the Wizards are within 4.
Lichtenberg's running all those yards has paid off and gets his touchdown here.
What a third quarter. What an absolute different start than we saw in that at the start of the game. Just the energy, the execution from this offense is as good as we've seen it in a long time.
Absolutely.
So you see Lichtenberg just needed 2 yards. The offensive line just doing a great job at getting a push. Has plenty of space, just falls into that end zone. Helm, all he has to do is hit this extra point, and we have a 3-point game, but we got a whistle before.
Prior to the snap, going after it, false start go against the Wizards.
So false start is going to make this a slightly more challenging extra point for Helm. As now a little bit back, not a problem at all for Helm as he fires it right through the uprights. 3-point game in just 7 minutes and 16 seconds. The Wizards come up with 13 points.
The crowd is now into the game. Everyone's cheering and baby powder even up in the sky as fans are getting really hyped right now.
Definitely.
Going after good by Helman with 4:44 to go in the third quarter. Longmont 16, Windsor 13.
So that's like exactly what we were talking about, those adjustments that we would see out of the half, and those have been very evident. And just what a job by these players and by Coach Jones in this third quarter. Just almost perfect football we have honestly seen right now.
Absolutely.
From honestly both sides of the ball, with the defense coming up right when they needed them to get a stop and get the ball right back into the offense's hands when they were feeling it like that. This ball's going to bounce into the end zone. When they were really feeling it and you wanted to keep that momentum going, the defense did what they needed to do, got off the field, got it right back to that offense, and the offense is feeling great right now, especially that offensive line, the push they are getting. these last couple drives.
The offense really stepping it up here.
The offensive line, especially these past 2 drives, has been very on point, just right now dominating that defensive front. Especially on that right side. It was where we saw a lot of those plays going. Shotgun and run, but absolutely no room. Only 2 there, as Colby Holmes, for the first time, was alone in the backfield.
This Wizards defense is also stepping it up quite a bit, getting these stops, allowing for a little to no yards on the runs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Both sides of the ball absolutely clicking right now. And the crowd needs to keep the energy. The team needs to keep the energy. You need to ride this wave. Defensive front has really stepped up as well, not allowing that as big of a push. So back is Holmes. He's going to motion Sheik this time over and give it right there again to Gaddis, but the Wizards are ready for it this time, and they stop the run, and just like that, it's 3rd and 5, and the Wizards can get the ball right back to their defense.
And the Wizards defense back at it.
And this is a huge spot. If the Wizards crowd needs to get loud here, they're turning up. Huge spot, can get the ball right back into the offense's hands. Motion comes. Longmont's looking to the sideline, looking a little bit confused here. Holmes takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to take off. He sees nothing. He has space. He's going to pick up the first down. So a really good work there by Holmes to stop the momentum wave just a little bit right there. Yeah, that's really good coverage, and that's just a very good read by Holmes. He's played very well tonight, and that was just a huge play to silence the crowd, too.
Absolutely.
Stop the energy a little bit.
A little break in the Wizards defense turns out for a break for the Longmont offense.
Yeah, and that's tough because you had your coverage, right? The man coverage was there, but just that's one thing with man coverage. It's easy to run on, and they'll go right back to Gaddis, and Gaddis has space again. He gets forward, and he picks up another first down. So the Longmont offense, just like that, looks to be back in business.
Makes a tackle for the Wizards, but enough for a first down at 10 for the Trojans. 2:28 to go.
And first down again. Here comes the motion again. This time they'll pitch it to Sheik. This time he has some space on this left side, but that's going to be a holding call, I think. We have a flag. Sheik picked up 9, but we have a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play. Tackle made by Hunter Dorian and number 23. Also landed Scruggs on the tackle.
So call is going to go against the offense, so that is a big penalty to kind of kill the momentum right back again. As just in case you wanted to see it, there's Mikey Munn's interception that got called back in the first quarter. Because that's what we're showing right now. But right back to live action. And at 1st and 20 now. So Wizards defense gets the break, need to capitalize on it, get the ball back. Holmes takes the snap, he'll drop back. He's going to step up and run again. He has a lot of space. Shakes a tackle, cuts back, and he's going to go down, but only a yard short of the line of gain. Wizards doing a great job at covering right now, but the man coverage turns your back, and right now Longmont's taking advantage of that with quarterback runs.
Yeah, what a run by Longmont. They're finding their feet now here they're finding their feet with their quarterback.
Yeah, the Wizards were kind of figuring stuff out, but then these quarterback draws, by the time the man coverage drops back, is kind of killing them. So 2nd and 1, Longmont makes up most of their penalty yardage right away. Holmes gets the snap. He'll just go to Gaddis, looking to get that one, which was not as easy as it was earlier. He gets two, though, and moves those chains. That's one benefit of having a guy like Gaddis in the backfield is you need 1 yard. You almost always can get it right there, just giving it to him and powering it forward.
First down inside Windsor territory at the now 43-yard line. Correction, 37-yard line. Correction again, 38-yard line.
So Longmont in no rush here as we have 44 seconds before the start of the fourth quarter. They're moving the ball again. And Wizards defense kind of falling back here, but this is where you need to put your feet in the ground and get a stop and keep them at least out of the end zone. Comes the motion from Sheik. It's going to be faked, and rolling out and launching this deep. This is going to be an opportunity, and it's caught. Touchdown. So they go to the play-action bootleg and take their shot. Mason Hendricks on a one-on-one ball comes up with a huge play, and that's just your receiver versus mine.
What a
versus
throw.
That's the throw was just
that was just set up for a one-on-one opportunity.
Jump ball, yep, and you had the bigger receiver there. Hendricks, you see him call it right there. He knows the rush is coming. He just needs to get it there. Go down there, and that's just a good catch. He's the bigger receiver, makes the play, and just like that, Longmont takes all the life out of the scrap. So 2-point conversion here from Longmont. They'll go for it again. This would make it an 11-point game. And it goes to Gaddis. Gaddis has no room, though. He is wrapped up in the backfield.
What a stop.
Good play by Renton. Keeps it 9 points. Well, very interesting. 9-point game now. 9-point game, Pearson. Wizards offense absolutely rolling. You have to keep rolling, obviously. You got to try to keep that going. A little bit deflating there because that was a good drive that you looked like you had to stop at the start. Those quarterback draws kill you. And then that was a tough touchdown because that's kind of just a one-on-one. You're playing straight man because you're worried about the run. And Mason Hendricks just makes a great play there on the ball.
Absolutely, but what we've seen from this Windsor's offense in the past 2 drives, they definitely have it in the running game.
Oh, yeah, and they're moving down the field quickly. Like, they're still in this game. But you need to go down and you need to score, probably on this drive. And that hasn't been a problem in the second half. They just got to keep it going. You got to hope the defense doesn't have some sort of adjustment on them. Because I feel like they're going to try. I feel like if I was Longmont's coach right now, I would be stacking the box as much as possible and making the Wizards pass, like doing everything you can to stop that run.
And Windsor's pass game hasn't been tested much.
Yeah, they haven't needed to, at least in the second half, because the run game's been so effective. But if I was Longmont, I would for sure be trying to make them test that passing game. As here comes Trip Thomas. Trips a little bit, but stays up right side, cuts back up the field, and he's going to get all the way into Longmont territory to the 48-yard line. And we got a little scuffle going on the field now, too, some pushing and shoving. Players going to go back to their respective sidelines. Little chippy, the attitude's there, the emotion is there. Wizards feeling it, and the return game today, Pearson, been really good.
These kick returners have been on point today.
For sure. Between Trip Thomas, Mikey Munn, and Landon Scruggs, all have combined to put together a really good game in the return game, and that is huge for this Wizards offense to make it a shorter field.
And what a great position for the offense to be starting in here. This is just, fans are hyped, everyone's getting hyped. This is a confidence booster for the offense.
You got to keep that momentum rolling. Sure, they got the touchdown, but you're still feeling it. You still got 2 touchdowns in a row. Just keep it going. And they're going to keep it going with the run game. Brady breaks a tackle. Left side. Lichtenberg up the sideline, up the middle. Another huge run. Breaking that backfield tackle to keep it going. And the run game continues effective. That's 16 right there. So maybe they don't even need a pass. Look at that. They get home in the backfield. Lichtenberg tough, stays up. That's going to lead us to the fourth quarter. So you see the whole team will hold up 4s. Only down 9 points. This is Wizards football, Pearson. This is all you can ask for.
Wizards bringing the fight so much in the second half.
Yeah, like 2 different teams. But you just got to keep that run game going. You got to keep riding this offensive wave, and Longmont just has absolutely no answers for them right now.
Community is one of our core values at Windsor State Bank, and we are proud to celebrate 10 years of helping, encouraging, and meeting the financial needs of our community. We work with our customers to help them realize their financial dreams, whether opening a business, purchasing a home, or planning for retirement. Our bank is run by local people who are dedicated to serving the financial needs of the area, and we take pride in providing exceptional customer service and building trust with our customers. If you are looking for a bank who knows your first name, then you're in the right place. Windsor State Bank, invested in our community, invested in you.
Looking for Windsor's best pizza? There's only one place to go, and that's Pelican Joe's.
And we're right back. They're going to run a trick play to trip Thomas on a pitch forward. Thomas is going to pick up 5.
And fighting for extra yards, and there's some scuffle after the whistle too.
You can see the emotion right now. The emotion's flowing, and you got to be feeling good if you're there's no answer to their offensive attack right now from Longmont. They have, for like 4 drives in a row, they have not been able to come up with anything to slow them down even a bit.
Brady Lechenberg, just insane in the backfield tonight.
Really stepping up and having a career game. Like, this is great performance by him. On this play, doesn't have any room to do anything as he was swarmed by 3 Longmont defenders as soon as he got the ball. That's going to be a loss of 1. And 3rd and 7, Wizards really want this here. I mean, you're looking at a field goal from here is around 45 yards, 46.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Around 48-yard field goal from here, so. For sure, Helm could probably make it, but you want to pick this up. Big 3rd down. Fake handoff. They're going to get out in space, and the pass is incomplete. That's just when you got to put on him a little bit more, and now it's decision time for Coach Jones.
And wide open, too. Just probably felt that pressure coming up from the side.
Yeah, I like the good idea to get Thomas the ball in space, as he's been very effective when he gets space. We've seen that on the returns. Looks like it's going to be the offensive unit staying on the field for this 4th down. This is going to be a big play, biggest play of the game so far, right here.
Student section getting into the getting into things of the game.
Longmont trying to be as loud as they can. So here comes the motion. It's snapped. They're going to give it to Lichenberg. Lichenberg cuts up the field. He's got a hole. Lichenberg all the way. Touchdown, Wizards. And Wizards have cut the lead right back to 3. Oh, my gosh, what a call.
Lichenberg with 2 touchdowns tonight. Career game, as you said earlier. He was not getting very little to 0 minutes last year on varsity, and here he is having a game of his life right here. 2 touchdowns already.
And what a call there. What a call from the Wizards to go to the run on 4th and 5. You would think it's too obvious. You don't think Longmont's expecting that. They go right back. They trust their guys up front to deliver, and they do. Huge hole for Lichenberg. Amazing cut up the field, and it was gone as soon as he saw that hole. Wizards, chance to make it a 2-point game right here. What a run. And the crowd is as into the game as they've been all night. Just the difference energy, man. Pearson, the lights turn on, the sun goes down, and this Wizards team just got revived.
Just a beautiful sighting. Both teams are still fighting.
Oh, and the extra point snap is dropped. Snap is dropped, looking to throw. Fires in the end zone, is intercepted. And you got to bring him down now. They do. Wow, that was almost bad. Gavin Lusk fumbles the snap. We're going to send it down to the sideline reporter.
The first quarter. ejected from Longmont after good comeback within 3 points of Longmont.
Not sure how much of that we got, but thank you, Jack. Lusk loses the snap there, tried to make something happen, and it's intercepted. Thankfully, that wasn't returned, but that does change. A field goal only ties the game now.
Windsor's running game still has been short of being stopped tonight, so can they get the ball tonight? Can they get the ball again and then run it back once again?
Student section and Wizards crowd very into it. You know they're going to be loud for this drive. Kick is short. Trouble with it from Longmont, and Wizards are going to wrap him up short of the 20. Momentum just way in the Wizards' directions right now, and now the defense just has to keep that going.
Wizards fans as happy as ever right now.
Happy, they're excited, they're into it. Down 3, but this is where the defense needs to step up and get this ball back to the Wizards at a 3-point game. And the way this offense is rolling, you're in a really good spot. Crowd is being as loud as they can right now. The energy's here. And you got 10 minutes, folks. Buckle up. This should be a great ending. Holmes gives it to Gaddis. The ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. And the Wizards have recovered it. How's that for keeping the momentum going?
Landon Scruggs.
Scruggs gets on the ball after a miscue in the backfield. Puts the ball on the ground, it looks like. And the exchange there with Aiden Nunez, something went wrong. Ball's on the ground. Scruggs jumps on it. And just like that, the Wizards have the ball back. Wow. What? That's just the last thing. If you're Longmont, the last thing you want to do is get the Wizards offense the ball right back.
Perhaps Windsor does not get a touchdown here. We're also in field goal position.
Exactly. That's just the last thing you want to do if you're Longmont. Feed into this crowd's energy more. And Phelps takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw. He gives Gavin Helm a chance. Helm goes up. Incomplete. But we have a flag, and that's probably going to be pass interference. So there's what we've been talking about. Throw it up, give Helm his chance. They go to him, and it looks like they're going to get pass interference on that. That's a tough call.
That could have been picked up when it was bobbled up in the air.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to be a first down. That's kind of a break, though. That's a tough call on Longmont, but it's going to work for the Wizards. That's a 15-yard penalty. They're just even closer. Just what a difference these two halves have been.
Wizards' momentum's been carrying ever since the start of the second half.
After that frustrating, no cornerback on the left side. They didn't realize it, though. Trip Thomas was all alone on the left side. Phelps back to pass. He's going to give Thomas his chance. Not a bad ball. There was some contact there. Incomplete, though. Thomas was alone for a solid 10 seconds there without the corner anywhere close before he flew over. All right, second and 10 now. But just the difference in halves, like of energy from this sideline, how dominant Longmont looked, especially running the ball. You thought there was no chance the Wizards were ever going to stop Gaddis, and the gears that have just changed. It's been really a difference, and the Wizards just needed those Friday night lights to turn on, and have not looked back. The chance to take the lead. Phelps out of the pistol, takes the snap. We give it to Lichtenberg, who was hit immediately, down only a gain of 1. But, like, how easy it is to get down and frustrated by the ending of that first half, right? Like, you're an inch short, and you come up with nothing. That's so frustrating. The Wizards turned that into motivation, clearly, and have not looked back.
And Coach Jones, such a great motivator. I can only imagine what he said in the locker room.
Yeah.
Getting his team hyped up, and clearly, whatever they said in the locker room, it's clearly working here.
And the momentum's just carried over to the entire team and to the stands. It's a great sight to see. That's why you love high school football. Phelps out of the pistol again. He's going to rotate Thomas, fake it to him, go right back to Lichtenberg, who has a lot of space on the left side. Good tackle. He's going to make it only a gain of 2.
That'll make it a 4th down, and
that's 3rd.
Oh, my bad, 3rd down.
Or no, they have 4th down on the field, but I think it's 3rd down. They have 3rd down on. Okay, yeah, here comes the field goal team. They have 3rd down on the.
Yep, 4th down.
Block, but yeah, that is 4th.
Last time there's a field goal, a little bit of a slump. Ball was fumbled.
Snapped. Almost blocked, but that is good from Gavin Helm.
Ties
and we
up the
have
game.
a tied ball game here at H.J. Dudley Field. We are back to even. Was a grind to get here, but the Windsor Wizards and Longmont Trojans are once again tied with 8 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Wizards with all the momentum looking to carry that, and just what a game.
Fans are hyped up right now. Players are hyped up. This momentum's carrying. Just what a great second half.
The energy is just flowing through the stadium right now, and the whole team, you can see that they're feeling it. Just got to keep it going. And if you're Longmont, they got to reset and look for something here, because right now they have no answer for the Wizards. They were able to get that stop, but on the offensive end, the Wizards are kind of getting what they want, and that fumble is just part of like momentum. Like, they're not feeling as confident when the Wizards are playing like that, then you put the ball on the floor. Helm is going to kick it into the end zone. Wizards getting their offensive line, looking at that. Offensive line has had just an amazing half. Or just like they were kind of getting pushed around at first in the first quarter at least, and they have just really turned it around in the second quarter.
And this offensive line is also missing the star center, Brady Lutovsky.
Yeah. Windsor looking to stay loud, and here comes the snap. Back to pass. They're going to just swing it out to Gaddis. Gaddis cuts up the field, has a little space, fights forward through a lot of Wizard tacklers, runs for 9. You get him the ball in space, and it's rough to bring him down. That was for sure, especially when he's cutting like that.
Gaddis not shy of yards tonight. What a runner.
Second and 1. Holmes takes the snap, gives it to Gaddis. Gaddis met in the backfield by Pendleton, and he's dropped for a loss. Bryson Pendleton got right off his block and just knew the play was coming. He comes up, makes the play. Mikey Munn's asking for the Wizards crowd to get loud, and they're going to do that for him. 3rd down and 2. Wizards can get the ball right back, and that's just Bryson Pendleton showing he was Pearson's player to watch. That's just showing his sheer talent right there, getting right through. Wizards crowd needing to get loud. Everyone's 3rd and 2. All the momentum on this side. Got to keep it going. Crowd is standing up.
A hyped up H.J. Dudley Field.
7 to go for Colby Holmes as he deals with the noise. In motion, he's going to keep it himself up the middle. Wizards meet him, but he is going to be able to fall forward for a 1st down. So 1st down on a keeper by Holmes. Just going to reset, quiet the Wizards crowd for now.
And a close game here, as it looked like a game in the first half that looked like it was out of hand, and 3-possession game that looked like was that Windsor was not going to look like they were coming back from.
So alone now in the backfield is Colby Holmes. Spread out for 2 receivers to both sides. Holmes drops back, clean pocket. He's going to throw it up. Jump ball. This ball is a little long, incomplete. Mikey Munn in the free safety position was roaming over. In the coverage is Henry Jones looking for Foot. Henry Jones makes the play. Great coverage there from the Wizards. They just lined up outside, went to their go route. They've done that a lot this game, just trying to go one-on-one. But Henry Jones comes up there. Clock stops at 6:23. Wizards student section trying to be as loud as they can. Snapped.
And some
Looking
pressure.
and finding nothing, but stepping up is Holmes. He's going to run backwards now, looking for that edge. He's going to get it. What a run there from Holmes. Ran around, looking for that edge on Henry Jones, was able to find it and pick up 15 for the first. Holmes hasn't ran a lot this game. He ran a lot in their first game, but when he has, it's been pretty effective. Coming up with the both first down plays on this drive has the Longmont Trojans finding something here on the offensive end.
And Longmont's offense cruising down the field now.
Correct, Pearson. They sure are. They're going to get a flip to Gaddis outside. Finds a hole for about 4. Paquette able to get over and make that tackle. Clock continues to run. Trojans probably trying to tick this clock down to give the Wizards as little time as possible, especially with their run game being the main source of offense. If they can get it to the Wizards with less time, that's going to make it a little more difficult for them to run the ball.
Absolutely.
.5:38 to go and rolling down. It's Holmes. He's going to motion Foot. High snap, he's going to give it to Foot, but that is just not there. Brock Paquette was having none of that, and that is a loss of 2. 3rd down and 9 now. Crowd's got to get into it, and this is a huge 3rd down. But look at that. That pitch, that's the play before. The forward pitch on those motions has been very unsuccessful.
Brock Paquette earlier in the first half also had quite a few sacks and tackles.
And he just, right there, he's unblocked, and they want him to fall for that and go into the backfield, and he just did not. Wizards crowd needing to be loud right now more than ever. Student section needs to turn up. They're going to do that.
And fans are getting going here as it sets up.
3rd and 9. Huge plays for this Wizard defense. Drops back Holmes.
Pressure.
Free rusher. He throws it up into double coverage. Pass is incomplete. No flag. 4th down and 9. Wizards defense comes up huge. And Joey Foot, big receiver. They're throwing it on him. Henry Jones isn't small himself, though. And he is there for the play. Henry Jones coming up huge on this drive.
Absolutely.
Forced it to a 4th down. Pressure is there.
What a big play.
And that's why they've had to keep that ball out so quick, is the pressure gets home for the Wizards. Hunter Dorrance comes over with a perfectly timed hit. And is this the offense? This looks like Longmont is keeping the offense on the field for now. This will be a call. Okay, no, they're back in punt formation. Wizards were questioning. They had the safeties up. They're making sure. Their quarterback is in the game right now. The quarterback's in the game to the right. He's going to motion over, and the punter is back. So they're trying some trickery here. And I think they just got to delay a game. I think they were just trying to draw the Wizards off. Yeah. So I think that was a little trickery attempted. Wizards did not fall for it. That's 5 more yards back for Longmont. They keep their timeout, but just like that, it's 5 more yards back for the Wizards to get this punt.
And what a job by the Windsor defense to get that stop, to force them to this position in the 4th down. And the question is, can the Wizards offense come out and capitalize?
They've done it all half. Just got to keep it rolling. And they got plenty of time. They can use their run game. They have 3 timeouts. They can use whatever sort of play calling they want. As here comes the punt. And as the punt is shanked straight up in the air. Absolutely no distance there. That made it maybe 8 yards, 8-10 yards.
And fans are hyped up.
Yeah,
here.
that was legitimately only like a 10-yard punt, and things just cannot go worse for Longmont right now. And just like that, the Wizards only have a 50-yard field. 9 yards is your official measurement of the punt, and not the best kick off of Joey Foot's foot he's ever seen. 4:40 to go. Crowd into it. Wizards offense has been unstoppable all half. They just need one more score right here. Phelps with all the pressure on him and this offense. Drops back, takes the snap. He'll give it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg looking for some space. Picks up 3. And just a lot of mistakes from Longmont this half as well, like that punt being the most recent one.
And these mistakes are really carrying down the Longmont team.
And it just feeds into the Wizards' momentum as well.
They had a few early mistakes in the first quarter, shut those down in the second, and it's just been a rough outing for them here in the second half.
Yeah, this has been a nightmare second half, and the Wizards just, it's exactly what you asked for. And you could kind of tell when they were going to that halftime that they weren't done. You can see it kind of, the momentum starting to build in the second quarter. You can see them starting to move the ball. In this quarter, it's really showed. Lichtenberg with a huge hole to the right side. Lichtenberg off the 40 to the 35, 30, and still going. Right side, Brady Lichtenberg cuts up the field all the way. Touchdown Wizards. I don't believe it. The Wizards have taken the lead. Oh my goodness.
For Lichtenberg.
What a game.
Gosh.
Career game. What were we talking about? Career game. That is number 3 for Lichtenberg. Go to the right side. They get 3 blockers in front. Brady Lichtenberg just keeps following his blockers all the way down. Look at him. Following all the way. Trip Thomas still seals that block. And then it's just one simple move right into the end zone. Brady Lichtenberg is having the game of his life. Extra point, good.
Wizards are up here. What a comeback for the Wizards.
29-point second half after getting shut out in the first half. This Windsor Wizards offense is looking as good as it has in a long, long time. And all led by this offensive line and Brady Lichtenberg coming up with some of the best play we have seen from this Wizards team on the offensive end in a long time.
Absolutely. We haven't seen much adjustment from Longmont and with the running game that Windsor has been running.
No response to what Longmont is throwing at them right now.
Just a crazy outing.
And Longmont now really has to regroup. 3:46 to go. They get the ball back with a chance to tie it with a touchdown, but they need to find it here. And they have been unable to all half. Wizards have really just kept them down.
Joey Foot and Holmes back for Longmont. Holmes to kick for Wizards.
Helm boots it. It's going to be a short kick, trying to make them return it. And it's
a
bobbled.
drop.
But Holmes picks it back up, cuts up the middle. Holmes has a huge hole. Left side. Holmes is going. Has only Helm to beat. Up the left sideline. Can Helm catch him? He is not going to get there. And that is a touchdown for Longmont. Kick return for a touchdown by their quarterback.
What a turn of events. What a kickoff.
Colby Holmes bobbles it. Reminds you of Deshaun Jackson. And this is their quarterback. Picks it up, and he finds the seam and does not look back. Only the kicker to beat, and he had the acceleration, gets the edge. What a half this has been. Just so much scoring on both sides.
This is a game for the
And this is a pivotal extra point for the Trojans, if they kick the extra point. There's a quick momentum shift right back the other way, though. Wow.
Longmont, just like that, seems to get back into the game.
This is not their extra point unit at all. Going for 2.
Going for 2. Fans
with
are
3:33 to go. Holmes takes it. He's going to pitch it to Gaddis. Gaddis looking for the edge on the right side. And he is not going to get there. He is short. The Wizards keep the lead with 3:33 to go. Up
Wizard
by 1.
Nation really out here.
So huge call by the Longmont coaching staff to go for 2, go to the pitch, and the Wizards just sealed that edge and did not give Gaddis a chance. And now the Wizards in complete control of this football game, about to get the ball back. And I would not. That's an interesting decision there.
Quarter.
Very interesting decision. Just wow. And I just, like, Wizards still have the momentum even after you get that kick. I cannot understand why you would go for 2 there when you can give the ball back to the Wizards. You give the ball back to the Wizards tied.
It did look like they did have some inexperienced kicking out here today.
It's just an extra point, though. I don't know. I don't even think that is possible, but I think the reason they went for 2 is they wanted to take the lead more than it is their inexperienced kicking. But either way, the Wizards now in complete control of this game. Longmont still all 3 timeouts with 3:33 to go. Far, far from over. But Wizards lead by 1, about to get the ball back. Squib kick is going to go down. And it's dropped, but picked right back up by Thomas. Thomas has a seam, right side, cuts back. Another big return from the Wizards, all the way to the 36. And this Wizards offensive line and Brady Lichtenberg take the field knowing what they need to do.
What a game so far. These kick returns by the Wizards and Longmont, just crazy.
And I think another part of the reason they go for 2 there is they don't think the Wizards, I don't think they have any faith in their defense at all to stop this Wizards rushing game
Absolutely.
right now. They wanted to try to take the lead and force them to score for the win and to be behind, but if you're the Longmont defense, you need to step up and you need to figure out how to stop Brady Lichtenberg in this rushing attack.
But without
right
question,
now.
Gaddis has been hard to stop all night.
And the Wizards came up and did it at the 2-yard line when they needed to. And if I'm Longmont, I am loading the box so much. You don't want to don't let them beat you with runs if possible. Make them throw. But the Wizards, I don't think they have any interest in passing, and why would they with how Brady Lichtenberg's been playing? Phelps goes back, hands it right to Brady Lichtenberg, who has a huge seam on the left side, looking for that edge, and gets it, and that is a first down. Just no answer from Lichtenberg right now.
Insane game.
And just, like you were saying, Pearson, JV last year behind all the top talent from the Wizards running back position, and he has just stepped up and came up huge this year. What a game we have seen from him.
And he really fell into the shoes of Chase and JT from last year.
Mm-hmm.
As you watched them play varsity as he was a JV.
Phelps in pistol formation. He's going to hand it right back to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg spins off a tackle, gets forward for a gain of 5.
There's just no answer by Longmont to this run game from Windsor.
And if Longmont doesn't find an answer soon, this game is going to be over.
Sports, Windsor volleyball team now perfect 5-0 coming off a 3-0 home opener win versus Erie yesterday. Volleyball team opened the regular season last week.
So first timeout used there by the Trojans. Looking at a 2nd and 5. They need to find something on how to stop this running game now or it's over. And Brady Lichtenberg is just playing at such an elite level right now, and that offensive line is giving him pushes. The play calling has been amazing on when to call which misdirection. They seem to always have a huge hole, always be calling the right play and be one step ahead of this Longmont defense. And it's just been an offensive clinic in the second half from the Wizards.
Absolutely.
It's been a touchdown every single drive other than the field goal, right?
I believe so.
There hasn't been a punt. There has just
This has all come from the running game.
Oh, yeah, they've attempted like 2 passes all half. One of those drew a pass interference call, and the other one was an incompletion. So it's just been running game. They go right back to Lichtenberg. Huge hole on the right side, and he has another first down. And there's another misdirection.
And we can't say this enough for Brady Lichtenberg. What a game.
This is
tackle made by 5800 Knight for Longmont Trojans.
quick update on the softball team. They defeated Roosevelt tonight. Good job to them. Right, Pearson?
Yep, good job, Ladies Wizards. Coming up big with that win.
1st and 10, 2:37 and ticking is the clock. Phelps gives it to Lichtenberg. Not a lot there. They're going to finally stop him for a very slight gain there.
And what ball security by Brady Lichtenberg. He's been taking all these impacts all night and has not dropped the ball once.
2nd and a long 9. Clock is going to be let run by the Longmont right here. Not going to use that second timeout. Snap taken, given right to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg has a hole, but not huge there. And timeout's going to be called immediately by the Trojans. So 3rd down and 5. I don't think anyone in the stadium expects this to go anywhere other than a handoff to Brady Lichtenberg.
Absolutely.
But this is a huge play. Wizards get this, and it is all but over. Stop here from the Longmont defense, and things are a little complicated because you're like, do you punt here or do you go for it? Or do you wouldn't take a really long field goal. That's not worth the risk.
I don't know. We do have a 5-star kicker, but do we really?
You don't want to risk that field position being given to them. That would turn the field around way too quick. So I think it's very dependent on this play. I don't think there's any chance this goes anywhere but a handoff right to Brady Lichtenberg. And I don't think anyone here expects anything different. But we'll see what they do. A pass would throw everybody off. Huge 3rd down here for Lichtenberg. And they are going to try to pitch it to Trip Thomas. We jinxed it. That is a 1st down for the Wizards. And where did the entire defense go towards?
What a run by
The entire
Trip.
defense moves right with Brady Lichtenberg, assuming it's definitely going to go to him, as we were saying. And right when
Trip just left with that open alley on the right.
And that shows how great this play calling has been from this Wizards team. Just every time a step ahead of everyone of Longmont's defense. Just right when they're adjusting to Lichtenberg's running, they throw him off with a misdirection in the backfield, goes to Thomas, and now the Wizards have all but won this game. Of course, the clock, I don't know how long the clock stops for after a 1st down, but it did take a while. It just started running, so not all the way down yet. 1 timeout left for the Trojans, so it's not completely over. Or the Wizards are taking a knee. I guess it is completely over.
And Wizards fans to their feet.
What a game, Pearson. Just what a game. Longmont will use the final timeout right here. But
Rocker Bryson. Rocker Bryson. Rocker Bryson.
so second down, 44 seconds. You call your last timeout, so 2 more kneel downs does win this game. It's over. And so the Wizards down 16-0 after a very, very frustrating end of that first half. You get stopped at the 1-yard line. You get blanked in the first half.
This was looking like such a one-sided game in the first half.
It was looking rough.
And it looked like Windsor did not even have a shot of coming back.
You're looking unlucky, and then they come out of the halftime with an energy that has just not – it's been a while since we've seen that kind of energy from a Wizards football team like that, and it was amazing.
And a win here will put the Wizards 2-0 on the season.
Absolutely amazing energy from this team coming out of that locker room, fired up. And it was just a masterpiece coaching-wise in the second half, a masterpiece execution-wise from the players, just an absolute masterpiece from this entire football team in the second half,
Absolutely.
Top to bottom. From play calling was just absolutely outcoached the Trojans in the second half. The push from the offensive line, defense making big plays when it needed to make big plays. everything that needed to happen for this Wizards team happened. As they come up huge, 2-0. This Windsor football team is feeling good right now, and just a huge, huge win. And just Coach Jones, one of the greatest high school coaches in this state, and
absolutely
another masterpiece with his emotion that he coaches with. Comes up huge. The emotion the players played with, the heart they played with, it's just absolutely amazing. And if you look at the Longmont side, they were looking amazing in that first half, and then just some mistakes and just unable to adjust to Brady Lichtenberg and this rushing attack in the second half. Led by that offensive line, and Brady Lichtenberg just playing amazing. Kyle Phelps doing a great job of managing the game, making the throws when he had to make the throws, keeping that rushing threat open. Just absolute great play, both sides of the ball. And you're just feeling great right now, right, Pearson?
Absolutely. All the fans are just so joyous right now and just so happy that Windsor pulled out the win when it looked nearly impossible in the first half. And then Brady Lichtenberg, could not say this enough this whole game, but what a career game for him as he's getting his big moment this year.
For sure, and just under the Friday night lights, 16-0 deficit like it's nothing. That's just, you love to see it. It's just such an awesome experience from this team, and you're feeling great going into next week. You're feeling great for the rest of the season, and you feel like you can really do something as a team after that kind of performance and kind of heart that was just shown by this team. And Lichtenberg, 3 rushing touchdowns, just unstoppable in that second half, and it's just such a great second half that this team put together. And after how frustrating that must have been, it could have been so easy to get down and be like, we got so unlucky, this happened. You could have made excuses, but this Wizards just came out and executed, getting the 1-point victory. And Coach Jones, you know he's proud of those guys for what they did in the second half. Like, there's just amazing football. Make sure to stick around. We do have post-game interviews coming up with Brady Lichtenberg, and as well as a defensive player, probably Bryson Pendleton. So definitely stick around for those interviews, as that will happen after this. Students are about to rush the field and just celebrate with the team as they deserve to do.
Windsor 29, Longmont 28. With the win, Windsor now wins 2-0.
Just, you can feel the energy still as the fans leave. They're so happy about how their team played, and just it was a good time calling this game. Pearson, how do you feel?
Man, it's just such a great night here at Windsor. Fans are happy. Man, it's just such a great night.
Couldn't have said it better.
How you feeling tonight, Caleb?
I'm feeling
after this amazing win.
Excited. It was a very exciting win and just happy and excited for the future of this season for the Wizards, because they're looking really good.
You could not have just put that any better way. So.
Yeah, you said it better. So.
Knox.
You said it better. But Coach Jones telling the players, and they'll turn around and work super hard again, and just so happy for them.
Absolutely.
See the students ready to run. Longmont walks by in defeat. And Longmont's, they're talented. They're not a bad.
It's a talented team.
Some talent. They have some talent over there. Like, there's a lot of respect that way. Like, from both teams. Like, they're just not a bad team. This was a battle, and they really fought, and they just could not quite finish at the end. And you realize if they got that 2-point conversion, we're looking at a completely different game. So. Coach Jones filled with emotion and just, he's so proud. And what a game from this entire team. Can't be said enough. The students about to rush the field, been waiting so patiently as their student body president, Johnny Reed, keeps them back.
And Johnny Reed with the toga outfit.
And here they go. You love to see it. Led by the youth football team, too. Why not? And we're going to send it down to the field. Stay tuned for post-game interviews. What a game. Thank you all for tuning in. Should have post-game interviews coming up very soon.
You guys tell them to nothing that second half.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful comeback here for the Wizards. Coach, what did you say in the locker room to bring this game back?
We talked about, like I said, you guys in halftime, I said, I feel like we're playing 10-man football at times, and guys are taking things in their own hands. And, when you play with 10, you're short a guy. And guys I said, hey, you have a job, do your job every play. And we just sucked it up. We knew we put ourselves in a hole, and I just said, hey, you got a chance to fix this. And that's the great thing about life. You can screw up and have errors and mistakes, and you get a chance to fix it. We got a chance to fix stuff, and that's a great lesson for these guys.
Of course. And defense, defense absolutely came back amazing. How does it feel that defense came back and was able to keep Longmont from getting so many extra points?
It always feels good when you make a good adjustment and can come back, and it's all the whole team having each other's backs, being a family. Obviously, offense, just having our backs and putting points on the board. So I'd like to thank offense.
Of course, and offense, you guys, absolutely crushed it in the second half, bringing back 29 points to win this game. How did that happen, and how does it feel?
I think we started playing as a family, and everyone just kept doing their jobs. Everyone was moving, everyone. And even when we were way downfield, the whole offense was just with us. Like, they just kept going, and, yeah, we just kept playing together.
Of course. And, Coach, second win of the season, 2-0. How does that feel going into the rest of the season?
Well, like we talked about last weekend, we'll have films tomorrow, and there's 2 film rooms on Saturday. Last week was the Meade film room and our film room. And when you win, it's a fun film room. And when you lose, it's a tough one. A lot of stuff to learn. And, it feels really good. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys tomorrow. And not racing through the week. And every week's very important. Every win's important. But taking our time and enjoying all of our workouts together, our practices. Our film session tomorrow is going to be fun. It's going to be a little giggly and wiggly. But, blessed to be working with these guys. And the coaches had them all prepared. Great job by our coaching staff.
Of course, and congratulations, guys, on this amazing win. You guys deserved it. Have a great rest of your weekend, Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And
thank you very much. Thank you.
I am Caleb Morrow here with Pearson Toms. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and tune into the next broadcast. Thank you all for watching.